Hi guys, I have a very small window in which to film this video.
Welcome to Span's channel!
Because I'm reviewing A Closed and Common Orbit, which is the second book by Becky Chambers after A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, and I am at my brother's house and he is currently reading the first one, and I wanted to review it now just after I finished it before I lend him this book as well. However, they are just taking their kids to school, so this is literally the only time I'm probably going to have here alone with the book without Simon, so he doesn't get any possible spoilers. So this book follows an AI character and her friend, Pepper. In the last review, I'm pretty sure I said that it would follow Blue, but Blue is actually Pepper's friend. I mean, it does follow Blue as well, but Pepper's the main character, not Blue. I got that a little bit round the wrong way. I absolutely adored it. It's a different type of storytelling adventure than the first one. So the first one is a real journey story where it's still all about characters, but it's about the journey and the plot. Whereas this book is way more planet-based. It's very much about... There is a journey story in there, but it's a flashback. So the main story is kind of a coming-of-age story, I would say, or a coming into your own and finding your place in the world sort of story, or finding your place in the vast universe. And it exemplifies how important family is and relationships, and it sort of shows how incredibly lonely the universe can be if you feel alone in it. But the truth is actually the opposite to that, because there are people seething everywhere, and by people I mean sapients of all different kinds, all different sorts of aliens. Oh, too much sun. It's too warm over here. We have to go back. You can also hear the jug boiling in the background because I'm making myself a morning coffee, because it is way too early for me to be talking this much, but because the kids have been up since like 4 AM this morning, I've been semi-awake since then, which is exciting. This book I read a lot slower than the first one. I still read it within a couple of days, but I took my time and I lived in the universe, and I just really relished being in the universe again, and I really enjoyed my time there. I like how it is completely affected by what happened in the book beforehand, but completely separate as well. So the story that this follows, yes, it has some of the characters in it, but not a lot of them, and it's not really very reliant on the other book. You could read this book hands down without having read the other one. Okay, they're coming back. Thanks so much for watching. I might have to stitch a couple of these videos together throughout the day to let you know what I really thought of this book as I think of things. So, I forgot to add that this book is a little bit more confronting. There's a couple of bits in it where I was like, oh, I'm not sure this is okay. Sure, it had some bad things in the first book as well, but this one kind of hit a little bit closer to me. I was like, oh, that's not okay. In a number of different places, but it was still very effective, and that didn't take away from the book at all. A bit more confronting in the aspect that there was cruelty, but it was survival. So our main character has to do some pretty nasty, cruel things, but she does find them confronting herself, and it really develops her character and shows that she's, you know, growing up and experiencing the world and learning all these things, and she has to feed herself, she has to survive. The way that you have to do that sometimes is hard, and it shows that even though you've got all of this advanced technology, the quintessentially humans need food and nutrients to survive, and sometimes to get those things you have to do some pretty dangerous and weird things. Scraping by through the skin of your teeth, and survival is a really earthy, planet-based, guttural thing, and even in the future when you're really dependent on computers and programs and things are supplied for you, if all that is taken away, it's still down to base instincts, and that hasn't gone away. And I really liked that about it. I'm ranting too much. I gotta go edit this video now. Thanks so much for watching. How do you turn this thing off?